What time is it? Time for the last week of MSF in 15 minutes. No need for long intro, let's go.
So, what is the scuttlebutt? Anybody hear anything?
Bring me WolverThor! First up this week, in case you missed it, we had a little teaser from our friends over at Fox Next about some characters coming. So Emma Frost's gonna be coming to the game, or at least alluding to be coming to the game. Footprints, those would be Beast, so he's finally coming, gonna get some of those heal potions going. And then Squirrel Girl, which we already know about, that's what that acorn's for. So we finally got that milestone orb change where we had the partially crafted mini uniques, and I'm not talking about the one in the fireworks orb. This was actually in the milestone orb as well. So we got that data mine and change in the game. So, Chaos Theory, the long-awaited final stage of Chaos Theory, where you bring in your Wakandans to get all those lovely tokens. Not as many as we thought, right? Because we can't have those red star orbs. Killmonger gives a little shout out about taking our red star orbs. Did Fox Next mean to put that in the game? I think maybe they did. A little right back at us. The 7-star level here seemed pretty easy. I know my 294k Wakandan smoked it. So a lot weaker teams smoked that thing. So if you haven't done it yet, you don't have to worry about bringing your Wakandans up too much for that event. And did you guys catch the end of this Wakanda event? Little spoiler, maybe? Doom? You coming for us? So in case you fly through those stories, another link to Dr. Doom. So that Chimmy milestone event, holy easy. Did a little final on tracking video on that earlier in the week. That's done, over with, but there were some fun leaks in that video if you didn't check it out. So I'd go see that one if you're interested in leak stuff. So maybe it's there, I don't know. Check it out, doesn't take long to see it. X-Force. You got them, you building them up? Probably should be. Dutch Rudder, another great video this week for some war counters. He in the reactor beating mercs, but check out the video. It's got some good knowledge in it. X-Force is pretty good against those mercs. And we also have an image from our good friend Yeti, who also had a one-shot from mercs. You got to check this thing out. So what is that, 150k punch up? 150k. All right, Yeti said that was a one-shot. That's nuts. I mean, that's like that X-Force team is not even that big. But either way, gigantic punch up, and versus probably what's used by most people as the strongest merc team with Killmonger and Bullseye. So now it's time for our weekly segment of War and How Did It End? So let's cut over to our War correspondent. Thanks, Wolver. As you guys might remember last week, in our news video, we had the following standings. Legion of Cabal was in first, Pants of Hulk second, Baby Yoda in third, Wakanda Black in fourth, Pants of Hulk Smash in 5, Pants of Hulk Multiverse in 6, It Burns When I Cree in 7, Black Order 8, and Fake Black in 9, and Wakanda Pink in 10. Bleeding Edge and Orphas de Forca were right at 11 and 12. And just before our war season ended, we had It Burns When I Cree still at 7, Pants of Hulk Multiverse were still sitting at 6, Wakanda Black had dropped back over to 5, and then we had Baby Yoda dropping from 3 to 4, which meant Pants of Hulk Smash jumped all the way from 5 to 3, and then Pants of Hulk was still in the 2 spot, and Legion of Cabal still held 1. So let's see what happened as the season ended. So, Wakanda Pink drops down to 13, Legion of War jumps up into 12, Alliance jumps up to 11 from outside of the top 12, Bleeding Edge gets the 10 spot, who is also outside of the top 12, Black Order drops a spot to 9, It Burns When I Cree drops down to 8, Pants of Hulk Multiverse goes to 7, Fake Black jumps up from 9 to 6. Wakanda Black drops from 4 to 5 from the original standings, as we said, and they hold that spot. Baby Yoda was originally 3. They did drop to 4 and held the 4 spot. Pants of Hulk, who was at 2 and then was at 2 yesterday, or just before this, ended up at 3. Pants of Hulk Smash from last week, goes from 5 to 2 and pulls off that jump up in the standings. And then, of course, Legion of Cabal narrowly holds on to that number 1 spot. So those are your war standings for the week. Until next time, keep on fighting. Thanks for that. So, and let's transition right into our raid standings. Okay, let's see where we're at the moment, and we will follow up on these standings at the end of this week and bring it to you next week. So where are we at currently in this raid season? Okay, so we have about 2.5 days left as of this recording. So these will obviously change, and again, we'll follow up on this at the end of the week and in next week's video. So Wakanda Black is sitting there at 13, really close behind Pants of Hulk Sex Panther. Odin's Beard is a little bit ahead of him there. Really tight with Illuminati Elite. Our friends over at Agents Z just slightly above those guys. Sigma Black at 8th spot. Nova Beast Repita, which I screw up every week, coming in at the 7th spot. 6, we've got Zero Groot. 5, we've got Orphus de Forca at 30 million. And then we've got quite a jump into the 4th spot by a little bit over 2 million to Fake Black. And then a huge jump into the 3rd spot of almost, 7.5 mil for Pants of Hulk Smash. The 2 spot, we've got Legion of Cabal, just a hair ahead of Pants of Hulk Smash. And 7 million ahead of Legion of Cabal is Pants of Hulk. So we'll see how this season ends up. Will Pants of Hulk hold on to that top spot? Will somebody catch them, or will someone else knock somebody out of the top 5 or 10? We'll see. We got a data mine this week showing the pull winner for a future Blitz is going to be Toad. So if you're running low on that Blitz currency and you really don't want to spend on him anymore, but you're getting close to a threshold you want to meet for start levels for him, then you can probably wait, just get him for a Blitz and be done with it. Save that Blitz currency for some of that stuff for war if needed. If you've got tons of Blitz currency and just buy, just know he's coming at some point for some Ultimate Shards. Speaking of Blitz, Gravitons here this week. We still got shimmies going, and he's a character that most probably do not have maxed out. So we're expecting a little bit of high Blitz activity compared to some of the other shimmy events. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition, but got some high numbers up there. Let's see if somebody's going to try to push the threshold there. I know I'm going to try to get him maxed out this time, so I'm pushing a bit. So we had a data mine and an in-game mail mentioning something that we've mentioned here on the channel previously and in our Discord chats. So the new store's coming. What is it? Bet your bottom dollar that Ultimate Store is finally coming to the game. So if you've been saving those orbs, you'll finally get to spend them. Okay, so let's see, or I guess the currency from Ultimus. So we'll see what this store holds. Looking forward to using all of that Ultimus currency. Hopefully it's a decent return, but we'll see. And then there's another interesting aspect to this mail, which is a new advanced option. What's that going to be? Are our Sims finally coming to the game? We'll see. Maybe we'll get some breaking news before this thing's over, or maybe not. We'll see. So anyway, so that was an interesting mail. We'll check out what that brings to the game, but a new advanced option coming to you. He's finally back. Symbiote Spiderman Milestones. It feels like we've been waiting for these for months. Thought we was going to come here in, I think, May. It never came. So finally, July's the month. Symbiote Spider-Man Milestones. He is a fantastic character, one of the best in the game. So if you don't have him, or if you want to build him up, or wondering if you want to build him up, you do. Get those shards, spend that gold, spend that energy, try to get what you can, encourage your alliance mates to hit those alliance milestones so you can get as many shards for him as possible. He's a fantastic tune and a multiple game modes. So go get that symbiote. Okay, little complaint of the week. Been hearing some more chatter about this recently. Core purchases. Gonna make this quick. So if you click on this button or any button that's got a core next to it, it does not ask you to confirm that purchase. You purchase it. You ask support. I didn't mean to do that. I fat thumbed scrolling through this thing and it just automatically did it. Too bad. You lose those 1,000 cores. I don't understand why FoxNext can't fix that quickly. Just put a confirmation button in that. All right, blog time. The Beast is finally here. Mutant Scientist. Took a while to finally get him here, but he is here. Talks about how he's super, agile, strong, smart, can heal. He's got a high IQ, all these good things. He's a member of the X-Men team. He's a support specialist. Patch up your X-Men with your Mutant Scientists. Traits. Hero Global Mutant Support X-Men. basic called Dignified Strikes. Attack primary and adjacent targets for damage and flip 1 positive effects to a negative effect. This attack flips 2 positive effects to a negative effects during counterattack or assist. Something to pay attention to. Notice there's no Brawler, Young Avenger, anything like that there. So counterattacks and assists, if he has them, it flips 2 negative effects. Volatile Experiment for the special. This is your first turn ability. Clear 2 negative effects for himself. Heal the 2 most injured allies for a % of this character's max health. So you want Beast's HP to be high. Get them red stars. Attack all enemies for damage. Wow, everybody. Ultimate Mutant Enhancement. So this should be your turn 2 ability. 4 out of 6 energy. Apply offense up. Apply defense up. Apply speed up. Apply regen. Okay, hold on. So these vary on who you give them to. Offense up you get for himself, all Blaster, Brawler, and X-Men. X-Men are on each one of these. So offense up for Blaster Brawlers, defense up for Protector, Controllers, again, and X-Men. Speed up to and grant ability energy to self and all support and X-Men allies. So apply regen to all X-Men allies. So for him on an X-Men team, you're getting regen, speed up, ability energy, defense up, offense up, turn 2. Boom. Wow, sick. Passive, Stars and Garters. If this character has 3 or more X-Men allies at the start of the battle, the first allied death does not count towards the loss of a medal in campaigns and challenges. I will admit, I do not understand why they did this. Maybe there's going to be an X-Men challenge coming soon, and you're going to want Beast in it. It's not like you can bring this guy to the hand event and finally get that 7-star event 3-starred. So anyway, interesting dynamic, very curious to see how that applies in the future. On turn, apply regen to the most injured ally. If that ally is an X-Men, heal them for a % of this character's max health. Again, get that HP up. Gain resistance for herself and X-Men allies. Arena Store update. Blob! Blob is coming to the Arena Store. That's a great place to put him. He's a desirable character that many are going to want, so get your Arena Store purchases on there. Nick Fury's coming back for the Legendary. Blitz events, we have got Yondu coming up here early next week, and then X-23 later in the week for your new character Blitz. So get ready to do a bunch more blitzing next week once X-23 hits it. Bonus events, so you got double shard drops for your Mercenary and Kree. And until next time, good luck, Commanders. All right, let's back to the regular stuff. Our friends over at the Masters of Launch podcast had a good podcast that just came out recently. One of the hot topics they discussed in it was the purchasing of accounts. They specifically talk about content creators buying these accounts and whether that's okay or not. You know, Chewburger had a great point saying, you know, if he wants to make content, you know, it's a lot cheaper for him just to wait to buy some, you know, giant account somewhere that's got all these 7 red stars and characters that are new. Instead of dropping $300 or $400 on a per toon, just go buy an account. Is that okay? Is Fox Next okay with that? I don't know. I think he brings up a great point. On Reddit, there is a post about an arena cheat. I've seen discussions on Discords about this for some time now. Basically, you can lock an opponent in for as long as you want. I should have something kind of scrolling on the side there. You'll see a little bit of it. Obviously, I'm trying to get this news in as quick as I can, so it's not going to be a ton. And you can basically leave it there all day long. Valley covered this on his stream today. I didn't get a chance to watch it specifically, but he was one bringing this up. He's brought it up to Fox Next specifically. They're going to dig into this. I really hope they find a solution for this because this is ridiculous. You should not be allowed to do this. Curious to see what your guys' thoughts on it. We had a data mine this week. It talked about a patch next week. So maintenance next week, but I'm presuming that's going to be the patch. So we're going to get some new characters, probably see Squirrel Girl right away, get some Beast, some Emma, all that kind of good stuff. New store, already talked about that earlier. So yeah, that's what we got in that data mine. So ending this news video on a bit of a sad note, you might have noticed this past week from the Red Star Blitz results, a fellow Alliance mate of mine, Kalark, also known as Whopper for some of you on the Twitch streams, as well as a member of Legion of Cabal known as ACT, both finished atop of the Red Star Blitz and changed their names. And they changed it in memory of a member of our community who sadly passed away. Insane Native was known by many Loved by many. Chatted with him myself quite a bit on Discord. Wasn't as close to him as other people were, but condolences to all of those who were close to him. And rest in peace, Insane Native.